Hi, I'm Alex, and we're joined outside the Sheffield Cathedral with Josh and Charlie from Beaty Heart.
How's it going, Alex?
I'm all right, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, great.
How are you looking forward to the show tonight?
Yeah, really excited. It's like a really unique venue playing in a big cathedral like this. It's kind of challenging, but really exciting as well.
Is this your first time to Sheffield, or have you been to Sheffield before?
Oh, we played Tramlines a few times, and it's always such a good atmosphere. The vibes. We always have a really, really good night and a really good gig and a really good night afterwards. In fact, every time we played Sheffield, it's been like really great. So we love it here.
Friday is the big day.
Mm-hmm.
The second album's going to be out.
Yeah.
Till the Tomb. Are you excited for the release?
Yeah, really excited. Seriously excited. It's been a long time coming for us, you know, like the point we wrote the album and all the build up to this point feels like a really long journey to us. So it feels almost like the album release date is like not quite as significant to us as like maybe it is to anyone who's listening to the album, just because we feel like, you know, we've been putting on the work won't stop at like the album release. And it's just kind of it's just exciting for us to be able to like bookend something and say, right, this is the fruits of our labour for the last couple of years. So yeah, it's really exciting.
So with the music you make, Beaty Heart,
Yeah,
it's very almost alternative pop. It's got quite a unique sound, and also the lyrics as well. Was that kind of an intention for what you were making? Is like, oh, we want to make something quite different for people to hear, and making something different that's necessarily not around at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, I think like that is important. You have to be able to stand out from the crowd in some respects. Like even if you're making, you know, like completely like huge pop music, you still need to have some kind of motif or like a aesthetic that is different from anyone else. And yeah, I think that's always on our mind as to what can we do that no one has done before. But I mean, we don't like dwell on it or anything. Like we still really love like pop music, and the kind of essence of pop music is to make music that people, you know, feel familiar with.
Yeah.
So there's that kind of like, there is that kind of almost like a healthy like juxtaposition there.
Yeah.
Where it's like you want to make music that people are going to enjoy, but also
Find that balance.
Yeah. And I think there's like, you know, a lot of my favourite bands and musicians, they hit that sweet spot.
Yeah, they hit that just right.
Yeah.
Now the lyrics are quite abstract. Like, I mean, on the first album especially, there was like eating banana bread around the totem pole.
Mm-hmm.
Like, is it just kind of, when you're coming up with lyrics, is it just kind of you're thinking, oh, we just make something that sounds good, or is there any meaning really? I
think in terms of the first record, like it was more of like almost like an escapism project, you know what I mean? Like, and
so is that where it came from? Just you were escaping from?
Yeah, in a way, and it was just like, yeah, I wanted to do something that I felt would like take people out of reality. But to be honest, like when we wrote this new album, that was something that we consciously decided like to change, because I don't really feel that like the lyrics in the first record represent us or me as a person or as an artist. And like I wanted to like, I think ultimately people are going to connect with stuff that affects them, like stuff that they can relate to, and maybe like the idea of this being this kind of like crazy world is like really not really what people like to listen to. Do you know what I mean? Like I think people prefer to listen to stuff that they can relate to, and that's something that I tried to change in
so
in
in
this
that
record.
In that aspect, then the first album is different to what you're going to be releasing then?
Yeah, totally. I feel like it's a lot different musically as well as lyrically.
Oh, right. So with the new album, whereabouts did you record the album then? Did you record that in London, or do you have like a home studio or something?
It was a bit all over the place actually, in terms of where we wrote and recorded it. We were kind of in and out of studios, and so we resided in any space we could find a lot of the time. Spent a fair few months in our friend's basement, which was basically a building site, like bricks everywhere, dust, just like exposed walls and wires, and yeah, actually, it was kind of quite. It was it was kind of horrible to hang out in, to be honest.
There's some like industrial sounds, like a cement mixer on the
certainly
album or something.
it was grim, but it was certainly inspiring. And there's actually a sample on the record of this old Radiator, which Josh just like started to play along to something we were demoing, and it just sounded awesome. And we kind of just pointed a mic at it and like got a really basic sound for it, and the sound kind of made it onto the record. Yeah, even during the demoing stages, we were collecting all these kind of strange sounds from hitting stuff.
Right, well, thank you, Charlie and Josh.
Thank you,
for
Alex.
joining us. Hope you have a good gig tonight. And yeah, cheers.
Cheers. Thanks.